the travel drama, the boarding day, the cabin, the food, the excursions, the debarkation, and how Virgin Voyages stacks up against Carnival and Royal Caribbean.
So if you've been cruise curious, cruise loyal, or cruise skeptical, grab your favorite beverage and let's get into it.
Welcome back to Travel Time Stories with Shannon, where real stories meet real journeys and healing happens one conversation at a time. I'm your host, Shannon, coming to you from the Lone Star State of Texas. And whether we're talking about road trips, international adventures, or life lessons learned the hard way, we're here for it all.
Hi, everyone. I'm your co-host, Ann, coming to you from Missouri. Today's episode is a little extra special because we have our sister, our best friend, and our unofficial third co-host joining us.
Kristen has been on the show before, and we are so excited to welcome her back again. She puts the tree in our trio.
She just returned from sailing on Virgin Voyages. But before you picture hammocks and cocktails,
Let's just say getting there was an adventure all on its own.
Kristen, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much. It's so good to be here again. Yes, an adventure indeed. So I'm happy to come and share as it's my first time sailing on Virgin Voyages. So I'm ready to get into it. So thank you for having me.
Awesome. So, have you ever been on the way to the airport and thought, there is no way we're making this cruise?
Honestly, oh, okay. Transparently, I had that thought weeks before we got there. Like, I felt, I don't know. I was like, it's not really happening. It's not really happening. And I think it's because we sailed in January and we've never sailed at the beginning of the year. It's always in the fall or even in December. But we decided to celebrate my husband's birthday, and just the end of January just felt weird to me. And then we finally are packed and ready to go. And even like a couple of nights before, Shannon, you had let me know because you're like an amazing travel agent. And, my sister be like, hey, the weather, they're starting to cancel. They might be canceling flights. And I'm like, great. So we're flying to Miami and then sailing out of Miami on Virgin. And so we decided to make the call and get a different flight, fly out a day early. And that's what we chose to do to make it to Miami in time. Fly out Friday to make it there to sail out by Sunday.
Wow.
And even that was just pushing it.
Yeah, guys, you have to know before Kristen ever stepped foot on a Virgin Voyages ship, the flight delay, stress levels at DEFCON 5, and at least one moment where missing that ship felt so real.
Yeah, up to the point of sailing off. So our flight was originally nonstop from Houston to Miami. And then because of flight cancellations and the weather that was coming through, we got another flight flying in Friday from Houston to Chicago to Miami. And so we were fine with that, whatever. We just wanted to make it to Miami. And so we left on Friday, around 2, flew to Chicago, and then left Chicago, and like 40 minutes in, the pilot was like, "Oh, so sorry guys, the door handle is like coming off and it's not latching for some reason. So we're gonna have to like ground and like reroute to Indianapolis." And in Chicago, it was already like -1 degrees. So we get to Indianapolis and it was like -19 or something like that. It was craziness. We're coming from Houston, and at the time it was like in the 70s. So we get to Indianapolis and we're there from like, I don't know, 11 p.m. to like 3 a.m. just waiting.
Whoa.
I think it was 1 or 2, and we finally made it to Miami at 4 in the morning. And even when we got to Miami, y'all, listen, it was just like crazy because we got to Miami, had an Uber scheduled. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to explain this to where like in the audio it'll make sense, but you can pre-schedule an Uber.
Mhm.
We
Right.
did it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in advance. The Uber was supposed to pick us up, obviously in Miami, take us to our hotel. When we got rerouted to Indianapolis, an Uber driver in Indianapolis took our ride and said, "Hey, I'll drive you from Indianapolis to your hotel in Miami just to get the fare," and he canceled the ride. Like, he picked
What?
it up.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it was
How
gosh.
does
and
that even
charged
happen?
exactly. So, I'm on the plane, and when we get to Chicago and we find out or when we're in flight and he's like, "Hey, the door handles were coming off. We're going to Indianapolis." I'm like, "All right, well, let me try to cancel this ride." By the time we touched down in Indianapolis, the Uber driver in Indianapolis already picked up our ride and then saw the destination and was like, "Nope, it's not gonna be in Miami." So he just canceled it and charged us, and we got charged for that ride. And I'm like, "Wait,
Oh.
wait, wait. There's no way you're gonna drive from Indianapolis to Miami, dude. Like, how?"
Yeah.
So even that was a trial, and we finally get to Miami, and our Uber driver keeps circling the airport for, like, 30 minutes and keeps passing us up. So we're like, "We're never gonna get there."
What?
It
Oh my
just
No.
felt like we
gosh.
weren't going to make it. Oh my gosh, I just wanna go. So, yes, I'll stop it there, but there was more even getting to the port. So, yes, it's been a
That
Wow. Oh
for
my
sure.
gosh.
Yeah, yeah, it was bad.
That's that's crazy.
that's insane.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then they gave us like, a little credit to eat in the airport and everything was closed. So they're like, "We'll give you some
Yeah.
credit." And we're like, "Well, it's 1 AM."
Yeah,
I
what
Right.
good is it?
There's nothing open,
no.
which I've never understood that. People
Mhm,
fly at night. We're
mhm.
all on
Yeah,
different schedules. I don't get
Yeah,
why there's not a couple of places open, but
yeah, you would
what
think.
what do I
exactly.
know?
Yeah. So
We
today, folks, we're going to break it down: the travel drama, the boarding day, the cabin, the food, the excursions, the debarkation, and how Virgin Voyages stacks up against Carnival and Royal Caribbean.
So, if you've been cruise curious, cruise loyal, or cruise skeptical, grab your favorite beverage and let's get into it.
All right, Kristen. So you already kind of told us a little bit about what happened, but let's rewind for a minute and tell everybody how this trip came about. Did you book it like far in advance? What made you decide to book this trip? Who all was going? That kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. So, my husband and I originally were going to book a resort, like just fly somewhere and do an all-inclusive resort because we're so used to cruises being all-inclusive. We just wanted that to be on land this time. And we had already tried Carnival and Royal. So we were kind of cruised out. We are like, we're getting the same experience. It's really not going to be much different anywhere else. But then we saw like the prices and we're like, we could get this for like a good cruise and then go to some other places along the way. So Virgin Voyages was one that popped up and you, Shannon, you had even like recommended like, what about Virgin for the price point that we were looking at? And so we kind of saw some of the options and we're like, okay, let's try Virgin because we hear it's really good. It is new. It's still considered new, I think the newest.
Hmm.
And we were like, okay, well, we're gonna get like a good, the best bang for our buck, basically. So we booked it from sailing out of Miami to go to Cozumel and Bimini, Bahamas, which is where Virgin has their own resort style island. So and it
Ooh,
was for my
nice.
husband's birthday. We went in January, close to his birthday. We're actually there on his birthday, so it worked out really nice.
What were you guys most excited about?
No kids.
Amen.
Amen to that.
When we realized it was truly, like, no kids, it was adults only, like, "Okay, this is different." I am looking forward to that. So otherwise, we have no frame of reference for Virgin at all. So we did not know what to expect. I did watch some videos beforehand, and it still didn't click. It was just kind of like watching this experience other people were having. But I'm like, okay, well, a cruise is a cruise is a cruise. So, but the no kids definitely takes it to a different level.
Good to know. I wondered. I mean, I figured it did, but
Mhm,
it's nice to hear someone actually say
mhm.
that it's
Yeah,
worth it.
exactly.
It's a different environment for sure.
So did starting the trip stressed from the flight delays and detours and everything else affect your first day, like boarding day or whatever?
Okay, so we happened to have sailed on a weekend where there was like this huge marathon and they shut like half the city down.
Mm.
So we stayed 20 minutes away from port, like 25 minutes. It took us 2 hours
Oh,
to in an Uber to get to the port. Still got out.
Holy
We were not
crap.
at the port yet. We were at the port, but we weren't at the entrance for Virgin, the terminal. We got out and walked the rest of the way.
Girl, oh
It
my
wasn't
God.
far, too far, but I had to pee so bad. I'm telling you, I
it
have
did not
I
matter.
walk fast. I walk fast by default, but I have never been so determined in my life. I was like, if there is a gas station, I don't use gas station bathrooms, but today will be the day. I
Mhm.
Right.
get to live to tell the story. So yes,
Oh,
we
girl.
tipped our Uber driver so well because she was navigating very well and it was just back to back traffic. So
Right.
we were stressed just making sure we got to our boarding time. We got to check in during our boarding time. But once we got there and used the restroom, the boarding process was really smooth. Like we just walked in and it was no line.
Oh,
uh,
wow.
it was very open. Now, granted, I kinda splurged on my husband and bought, like, it's called Splash of Romance package, and it comes with, like, a early or priority check-in, but we were already kind of behind anyway, so we ended up, like, boarding with other people. So, we all just walked in. They, they check your, like, passport or your ID or whatever, but they have little stands where they just have everything set up for you. So it really gave us a lot of relief, like knowing, okay, like we don't have to wait in line at the Miami terminal. I don't know everywhere else, but Virgin doesn't allow you to come early. So if your check-in time is 2:30, if you come at 2, there is nowhere for you to wait. So
Right.
so you just show up when you're supposed to show up and then you just walk on through. So I thought it was really that was really helpful for us.
I was going
Yeah,
to ask
that's completely
yeah,
different.
what the port
Mhm.
experience was like. It sounds fabulous.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
We just walked right up and then the check-in was you get you check in with an agent. They had everything, your band, your wristband and all of that. So like we can get into that also. But yeah, it was that made it a lot less stressful. We were like, okay, we're finally here. They got us taken care of, so we can move on.
So one of my favorite things is when I step onto that ship. I I'm serious. I always get super excited. I
Mhm.
just smile. It makes me happy and I'm ready to get a drinky. So what was your impression when you first stepped onto the Virgin ship?
Um, it was nice. It's similar where you just walk through and they have like this party crew. After you check in, they give you a wristband, like a bracelet, not a wristband. It's a
Mhm.
bracelet with all access to everything. There is no lanyard, there's no badge, no card, no nothing. Everything is
Nice.
accessible through your bracelet, and the chip on the bracelet. So they give that to you and you walk on board and just they have like this party crew, like a happenings cast is what they call them. They're like cheering you on, welcoming you on board, and then you walk into the ship and then so so your room is ready immediately.
Really?
What?
It's ready. When you get on board,
No.
Are you kidding me right now? No waiting till after 1 p.m. or 2
nope.
p.m. like it is with
Whoa.
Wow.
A bracelet is activated, you can go straight to your room and you can do all of your, what is it? Your safety
Your muster drill?
your muster drill
Yeah.
all in the room, and then you go to the spot where you would go, to do your muster, like, just to attest that, "Hey, I'm here, I did it," and that's it. But no, your room's ready when you get on there, so that's what I was most excited about.
Girl,
That's
yes.
awesome.
Yeah,
Oh
and we
my
didn't have any
God.
checked bags, so or we brought everything with us, and we literally just had a
Yeah.
carry-on and a backpack, and so we didn't have to wait for luggage.
Wow.
I'd
Mhm.
love that the room is already ready for you. You don't have to wait around.
Nope.
That that is amazing.
That's
Yeah, yeah, that
that
was number 1
is
for us.
I hate waiting when we get on.
Yeah,
I
me
you
too.
know?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, they had everything open. The ice cream shop was open, pizza shop was open, everything everything was open, but your room was
Wow.
ready, so we could get ourselves together, then walk back out. It was
Yeah.
That's
And
nice.
so tell everybody what type of cabin you had.
I had a balcony cabin. So we stayed in, I think it's a sea terrace with a balcony, and it was in the center of the ship. So, and it was on the 14th deck. The cabin was really nice. It had a hammock in the on the balcony, so that was nice.
Wow.
Nice.
That was actually my first time using a hammock, so that was really nice. Everything is accessible and controlled by your bracelet and a tablet. So you access your room with your bracelet, and then inside you have like a tablet, like an iPad or, and your curtains, the lights, everything is
Oh my
controlled by that
gosh.
tablet, the TV, everything. And
Oh,
so
be still
us
my
being
heart.
like with tech nerds, we were like, "Yes!" I already knew that, so, like, I was just waiting to see, like, my husband's, like, face light up, like, "Oh, the curtains, the lights." Yeah, that it was great, it was great.
That's amazing. So when you guys first opened that door, were you just love your room?
Yeah, I think what we really liked about it is how modern it looked. Even the bedding looked modern. Everything was like Virgin Voyages, like red, gray, white, like it's their branding, of
Oh,
course.
cool.
Even down to like the little water. It come with unlimited water. You don't have to buy water bottles. You don't have to worry about water. It's sparkling and still water as
Oh,
much as you want.
nice.
So
Wow.
I love that.
yeah,
Yeah.
we usually bring our own water and, like, especially, like, sparkling water. We bring that along with us, or we have to pay those amounts to, get bottles of water. It's just a hassle. But no,
Mhm.
glass bottles, waiting, you could ask for it as much as you want. The curtains, like I said, were really cool, and then the TV was like, the channels are like regular TV. You had news, you Cartoon Network, but you also had all of the regular like cable stations.
Mhm.
You could
Mhm.
watch all kinds of stuff.
So
And
you
so
didn't have to
That's
watch the same movie over and over and over because there was only
no.
like one on the TV.
like
Oh,
11 times in a 2-week period, no joke.
Girl, we was on the 14-day Carnival cruise, and I'm
Oh,
telling you right now, uh, if I ever see Ferris Bueller's Day Off again, it's gonna hurt somebody.
Imma lose it.
wait, ours was way I don't know why my husband picked this one when we were on the cruise, but it was, that movie. It was like the Zero Patient. It was the one where the virus spread.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I can't think of the name of it, but
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
I come like from the balcony, we watching that movie about the virus spreading to everybody, this group of people. And I'm like, "We just got on this dang cruise ship. What are you doing?"
Don't watch that.
I was like, "What is going on? This is not the time to be watching that." And he falls
I'm
asleep on it.
I'm
I'm
getting
like,
out the hand sanitizer right now.
yeah, I mean, like, eating the sanitizer. But yeah, no, they had like CNN, they had all the different news sources, all the different movie channels. It was really nice. So we
That
had
is nice.
yeah, and broke it on the tablet. It breaks it down by mood or genre or what you're feeling like.
Oh,
Ooh.
cool.
Even the lights, they had like they had like a nice time light, like when you're in the
Yeah.
mood, they like
Yeah.
Romantic
move it
light.
Mood
to more
lighting.
light.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Did you play with all the light settings? I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would have been laying in bed playing with the light settings.
We did. And they had nice lights behind the bed for like very dim, like it only lit up your area. It was really
Oh,
nice.
that's
They had nice towels, their blankets, all the things. So it was really nice.
wow.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, speaking of the cabin,
Mhm.
so you've been on Carnival and what all? How was the storage space? Because
Yeah, storage was I think it was the same. It was adequate. They had some under bed space that we didn't even use.
oh,
So the storage under the bed. There was a whole closet with drawers. They had so our bed was one king bed or queen bed, I guess, but they you could turn it into a sofa, like a little lounger. What do they call futon kind of style? So
oh,
you take one of
nice.
the beds, they move it to the side and they turn it into like a futon that has storage as well. So it had plenty for us. We used all of the drawers and the closet space, but the closet was really nice to have that too, so,
Hmm.
yeah, and the
Wow.
bathroom was really spiffy. It was like a I don't know, it looked modern. It was smaller, I will say. It's a
Hmm.
small bathroom, but I like that everything was really accessible. You had magnetic sidings to certain areas so you can hang things up.
Oh, nice.
And the
Hmm.
shower was actually like a rain shower.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I didn't like it particularly,
right.
but I had my shower cap on, but my husband enjoyed it very much. So it was nice, yeah.
So what would you say the age range was on the ship?
I would say 25 on up and just
Okay.
up. There were some celebrating 90th birthdays. There were
Oh, wow. Okay.
I promise I think this girl was like she just turned 18 and this was her first. Like she looked very young. I was like, it said no kids. What is going on? But I think it was like mid-20s, maybe upper 20s on up. But like the most we saw were like maybe 30s, 40s, like maybe yeah, in that range. It kind of really varied and it depended on like we went on a 6-day cruise, so those tend to be older, like an older crew because
Yeah.
a lot of people they're doing the 4-day kind of take a day off of work and then do that. But this was at the end of January, people are back at work. So we saw like 30s, 40s, and then upper up of the age range as well. So it was really diverse.
That's
Awesome.
good. Yeah. I was wondering about that. I didn't know if
Me
there would
too.
be more people like my age, older, or if it was
Yeah.
more people younger. So,
Or my age, even older than older.
Yeah,
So,
no, they had it all. They had all experiences. We
so
loved it.
Kristen, I have to
Mm,
ask you. So,
mhm.
did it feel like a party ship, or was it a more relaxed type of laid back atmosphere?
Yeah, no, it didn't feel like a party ship. We were trying to purposely get on an itinerary that was a little slower
Hmm.
paced. This felt like it's a smaller ship, so I think it's like 2,700 is the capacity, and we did not feel crowded at all. We were questioning if it was fully booked, and it was, but it seemed like it was like COVID times, like, elevators were
Wow.
empty,
wow.
we didn't have any problems getting in an elevator, and people were just overall more chill, and I guess maybe because they don't have the kids, I don't know, but it was just very chill, people were nice. Shannon, me in elevators, I don't talk to anybody, I hold my breath and keep going, but
Yep.
I actually had conversations. I was like,
All
"Okay."
I'm so
right.
proud of
Talk to
you.
people, and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know what it is." Maybe there's about 80 people in here. It's only 3.
Yeah. You weren't jam-packed in there.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, it
that is
was
so
really nice.
horrible.
Yeah, it was a really good vibe.
So more adults only type vibe.
Yep, absolutely.
I love
We all
that.
were it was very mature. I felt like even though people were celebrating birthdays and weddings and all that stuff, I didn't know where they were because I felt like it was about to be like that because we saw several groups, but we never heard anyone. Nobody was acting crazy. It was
Oh,
just really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that is
that's
good.
awesome.
So how about, were there a lot of melanin on the ship? Or
That's a good question. Yeah. I would say it was really diverse. So one thing I will
okay.
say about Virgin and I guess because I don't know why, but there were people from all over the world. We
Oh,
often
nice.
sat next to people that were not even from the US. They were
Oh,
from either the
wow.
UK, Italy. They were from everywhere coming on Virgin.
Nice.
Yeah, it
I
was
like that.
really nice.
That.
Yeah, so we were really impressed and it kind of spoke to like I guess the caliber of what Virgin is trying to do because I don't know how many people are coming from Italy to go on Carnival. Carnival's great. It's just more like, okay, we're in the US. I'm here in Houston, so I'm still out of Galveston. I don't know how many people are coming to Galveston per se, coming all
Yeah.
the way down. So with Virgin, they had it was a lot of diversity. So yeah, melanin was definitely there.
That's good. I prefer to have a diverse group on
Yeah.
the
Me
ship
too.
because that's what I like on vacation is getting to meet and interact with
Mhm.
people from all different backgrounds and stuff and learn
Mhm.
about them. So that's
Mhm.
good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, so let's talk about, other than your bed, the most important thing on the ship, which is the food.
Now, I will say about the bed, that was probably the most comfortable cruise bed I've slept in.
Ooh.
Really?
Yes. Now, we had a mattress topper, which
Mhm.
Okay.
they gave it to us. We asked for it, but they were like, "We're out," but I guess they found one somehow. But that was comfortable. I didn't even realize like, okay, this is like a cruise ship bed or a hotel. Like it felt nice. So,
Ooh.
say that.
Nice.
The food, next level. I I don't know, like, we don't have that much time, but the the quality of food was great. I think als one of the reasons is because they have people coming from all over the world. They need to be able to speak to that. Everything is included, and when I say everything, we did not have to pay for any specialty there is no specialty dining. Everything is specialty, everything is restaurant style or like a food hall style. So
Mhm.
there are no buffets. Everything is either you walk up to get it or you can sit at a table, scan your QR code or raise a flag. They'll come to you and you order and then someone brings it to you. They have about 5 or 6 restaurants on the ship that are all included. You have to make reservations. They do book out, like they really do book out. And all of that was really, really good. We tried all but one just because of time and all of that. But from breakfast on down to dinner and snacks, it was great. It was 24-hour food too. So
Wow.
I
So
didn't complain.
didn't shut down like at midnight or whatever?
Some places like the restaurants did, but
Right.
you can get like I could get an omelet at like 4 p.m.
Get out of here.
Breakfast all day.
What?
What?
Girl.
Breakfast all day.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I love
That
pancakes for dinner.
it was so great. I didn't even end up doing it. I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even get my omelet." And I get to eat omelets every day when I'm on a cruise. Or traveling for that matter. But yeah, the food was even like we didn't feel full or stuffed or like, sometimes when you travel and you're eating food that may not be the healthiest, but you feel like sluggish or we didn't
Mhm.
feel any of that. They had a gelato shop there on the ship and that was great. Changed the flavors every other day.
Oh,
Uh
wow.
yeah, yeah. And you can get as much as you want.
So just not vanilla and chocolate or
No, right.
swirl.
Right.
And you're not And you're not paying extra for the gelato either? Because on Carnival and Royal, you pay
They
extra for the
charge.
gelato.
Yeah,
Right,
because
no.
we did.
Yeah.
The gelato was free. That was almost 24 hours. I think they closed at like 3 a.m. Pizza, they had like tiramisu. They had,
Oh,
I had, what is that? It's Gordon Ramsay has it. It's one of his famous dishes on Hell's Kitchen.
come on,
It
Sissy.
has the meat and the beef inside, and then it's in a croissant, like a little
Beef Wellington?
beef
Beef.
Wellington.
Oh, yeah, beef Wellington,
Mhm.
yeah.
Had that on the ship.
Cool. Awesome.
For
I
no
mean,
extra charge.
no, that was like
Girl.
the dish of the day for that little piece of the shop.
Nice.
Mexican chips and salsa all day. I mean,
Oh,
Oh,
it was next level. It
yeah,
was
we're
great.
booking on Virgin.
For that alone, I'm just saying.
yeah, just for chips and
Yeah.
So what was your favorite restaurant? I mean, all these places to eat. How do you pick?
Yeah. We actually forgot about one restaurant. We didn't even realize it existed until the last day we were getting off the ship and we passed by. We're like, oh man, we didn't even know it was there. Our favorite one was probably, it was either at the Italian, it's called Extra Virgin, or the Mexican, which is Pink Agave. Their food was delicious. Extra Virgin was a real, like they make their pasta. Um,
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my gosh.
we had some kind of dish that was just amazing. They made us some kind of dessert, like table side. They just came and like made it. Yeah, that was really good. The quality was really good. Yeah.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
That's so
The steakhouse
impressive.
was good too.
So did you have any specific meal that you were disappointed in?
We had the first night we went to the Wake and it's a steakhouse. We were kind of okay with it. But I think we really liked like the bread.
The bread.
Bread and the butter. It was fancy.
That's my
Girl,
favorite part.
the fact that you're
Yeah.
saying at the steakhouse the bread was the best thing. That's
But I had read some reviews that the Wake is known for it's a steakhouse, but they're not really known for the steak. So try something else. But I wanted steak that night. And then we went to like a brunch, like a breakfast brunch spot in the morning. I forgot the name of it. It was okay. It was mid. So the great
Yeah.
thing is we were able to leave and grab something on the way out and still get our omelet or whatever. They had overnight oats. Okay. Y'all, let me tell
ooh.
you. What they
Mm.
do, which I say is next level for like the adult life, they have in the food hall area like a wall of grab and go things like bento boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
cool.
you can just grab your overnight oats. You can grab your plenty of oranges, a lot of fruits that you can just grab and take to your room. So we did a lot of that. A lot of
Mhm.
bananas, oranges, apples. And then in the afternoon, evening, they'll have like salads to go, sushi. They were prepping and making fresh sushi, and you can just pick
Wow.
up the box and just go. So they
That's
have it
amazing.
already, like ready to go meals and stuff
Mm-hmm.
if you didn't want anything from the food hall. So that was really nice.
Yeah, that is nice because sometimes you just want
Mhm.
something really quick like that, you know?
Mhm.
And I know on some of the other ships, there's nowhere to go just to go grab something, just
Mm-mm.
a little salad or a little bite or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So,
really convenient for us.
yeah, that would have been really nice. So, how did it compare to Carnival and Royal Caribbean quality as far as food goes?
Yeah, that Virgin was
Way.
yeah. And I'm willing to give Royal a chance again, maybe if it was a newer ship. We were told that the ship that we went on was really old, so they didn't have a lot of options. But hands down Virgin, just because of the diversity of the food options.
Yeah.
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 And what about entertainment?
Listen, that's the one thing we did not participate in, oddly. So I can't give you any information.
Kristen!
Well, okay, so because we looked at the itinerary and it had a lot of one, a lot of things started a little later, like 8, 9 p.m. and we're like, okay, we're getting in the bed at that time. um, but I hear the shows are great. So when I go on another one, because we are gonna go on another one, we did say we were going to do the entertainment side of it. Oh, we did karaoke. They do the
Mm.
first day when we got on there, like, that evening, we signed up for karaoke, and it's Korean style, so you're in your own booth. So
Oh,
you
okay.
room, and I felt like that was a great introduction because my
That's
husband is not
cool.
gonna do group open karaoke, and so
Mhm.
we just signed up. It was just us 2. We went, got the mics, and just loaded up the songs and just had a blast. So that part we did do.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. I could do that with if
Mhm.
I'm in my own room. I
Mhm.
can't do it being out there up in
Oh,
front of everybody, no.
I get nervous, and I do this almost I do it 2 or 3 times a month at my
I
church.
was gonna
What
say,
are we
girl,
doing?
right.
you do it on Sundays at church. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I can
Guys,
do it at church. I just can't do it in the public with everybody else.
uh, folks, Kristen can sing. That's all I'm going to say right here.
Yes, Kristen should have her own record, just putting
Yes,
that out there.
she is
Oh,
that
guys,
good. Yeah.
thanks. But
So,
yeah.
did they have any live music on the ship?
Yes, and it was amazing. So, we listened to they had a pianist, an independent artist, but she travels around the world. They had, like, different bands come in different parts of the ship and just set up and just play. It was really nice. They had a DJ on the, ship inside too that did music throughout the day. Yeah, they had a lot of good live music in different
Wow.
genres of music too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Mhm.
So you didn't go to shows, but what activities did y'all do? I mean, like the
Mhm.
pool. Did you go to any fitness classes? Can you tell us about any
Yeah,
of that?
I can. I'm excited, yes. So, fitness, I went to we saw the gym. Gym is great. Like, the ship is set up to where if you have a regimen going in food and fitness, you can still be on that same regimen. They had healthy options. They had, not so healthy options for food, but also the gym is set up where they had all kinds of classes included. Don't have to, you just have to sign up. They had
Oh,
bungee
wow.
classes, they had spin classes.
What? They had the bungee classes?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, we're booking Virgin because I've been wanting to try.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
when you say bungee, are we talking jumping off of the bungee cord bungee?
no, so
No.
no,
Oh, God.
no, we're not doing that. That's
Folks,
too much.
I'm apologizing for Ann. She's on up there, senior citizen. They don't know what
That's
bungee.
unfortunate because bungee, that's all you see is the bungee, like, people jumping off of stuff. But no, it's inside of a room. They have bungee cords hanging from the ceiling, and you get like, you strap in, and then you just, like, bungee around the room. Like, you just
Oh,
hop
I would do
around,
that.
do different,
Yeah,
workouts.
that would be
But
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
And because we packed really light, I didn't pack a lot of, like, gym clothes, so I did a Zumba class, which was fun.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
so they have all kinds of classes. As far as other activities, like, that I paid for a splash of romance package for my husband and that was basically a spa day. So Virgin has a spa like other cruise ships. What I liked about this spa was it had, like, the salt room, everything was included for, like, 4 hours or something like that.
Oh,
So,
wow.
you come in, we did ours at, like, 9 a.m. on a port no, we did it on a Cozumel day because there were
Perfect day.
yeah, we've been to
Mhm.
Cozumel enough times,
Amen.
full
Mhm.
distance at this point. So, like, we're done with Cozumel.
Yep.
Uh so we did like the salt room. They give you a towels, slippers. You can go to the mud room, salt room, sauna, steam room. They have cold plunge. They have a hot
Ooh.
tub, and they have a marble floor where it's like elevated, where it's just warm. It's heated, so you can just lay
Ooh,
on
nice.
the marble and just chill out. People
Mhm.
were reading books, just kind of meditating. We just kind of laid there to kind of chill out for a minute. Um, and that's what we did. We did like the whole 4 hours. Well, maybe like 3.5 hours we were there. So it was really nice. The pools are set up, or the hot tub and the cold plunges are set up to where only 2 to 3 people can get in. So I really appreciated that it wasn't going to be like
Yes.
6 of us crammed into a hot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that outside too on the deck. The pools out there they're smaller, but it wasn't crowded. And the hot tubs you could only have like 3 people in there. So I think
Oh, wow.
3 or 4 at most for the outside hot tub. So it was really nice. Other activities I forgot to bring it. I was gonna show y'all, but I did they had like a painting activity. So like
Oh,
this lady set up a huge canvas on the wall in the ship, and you can go throughout the day and, like, color, paint, just fill it in. It was like a
Oh,
rainforest
fun.
Amazon kinda canvas.
oh, that's neat. I
And
like
so
That
that.
is
yeah,
fun.
so it was like activities for all kinds of, minds and stuff. So I'm a creative, so I spent like a good hour. It was therapeutic to just be
Mm-hmm.
coloring away, and before you know it, like an hour had passed, and then she cut it up at the end, and we all got to take the pieces that we colored or that we wanted. So I took a piece of my
Nice.
of the canvas home with me. So it was
That's
nice.
really cool. What a great memento to
Mhm.
Yeah, I
have.
love that idea. Because I
So,
love to color and stuff like that. So
hmm
that would be awesome to get to do something like that.
me too.
Yeah. So you said the spa had a mud room?
Yep, they give you
Really?
they give you some mud, go in there, and we didn't do that because, I just didn't want to put mud on me, but
Yeah.
but we did, like, the Himalayan salt room and just sat
Mm-hmm.
there, and,
That would be awesome.
we even did the
Mm-hmm.
cold plunge. It was great. So, yeah, yeah, they have it all there.
Nice.
Mhm.
The spa
Oh,
That's
sounds
cool.
really nice.
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The Splash of Romance package does come with other perks, priority check-in. They also have what's called Shake for Champagne. So you download the Virgin Voyages app. Oh, lit, lit. And oh,
Mm,
let me explain. Let me explain. Download the Virgin Voyages app to obviously do all your things, your activities. But at any point, you can shake your phone and somebody will bring you a bottle of champagne where you are with glasses.
what?
That is cool.
Yeah.
I
That's really
love
cool.
that.
So
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
"Let's do it." And we shook it, and it was like, "Your champagne's on the way." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So we
That
had it
really
blocked in our
worked.
room. Huh?
Cool. That
Yeah.
really worked then.
Yeah, and, it was like a big old bottle of, like, Moet. So I'm like, "What are
Wow.
you don't even drink." I'm like, "What are we doing
Right?
with this?" I was like, "Can we shake for, like, hot chocolate or, like, chocolate milk?" I don't know.
Pick your beverage.
Right.
Yeah, they should have it where you could pick your beverage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody does champagne, so
Mm-mm. No, I'm not a champagne person.
mm-mm. Not unless
Unless
it's
it's a mimosa.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
unless it's mixed with
Oh, then it
pineapple
is.
juice or orange juice, then yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Mhm.
so what ports did you guys visit?
It was Cozumel and Bimini, Bahamas. So,
Okay.
we stayed in for Cozumel, and actually, we got off the ship in Cozumel, just to see because we didn't port at the same port. So, I was confused. I'm like,
Oh.
"Where's the long stretch where you go and walk
Yeah,
down
the
the."
long you weren't at the
Mhm.
long pier?
No, it was
Oh.
some
Really?
mall, like a mall area where we had to go through 2 access points, and I was like, I can't. I don't know what this is. Let's get back." But, yeah, we didn't really we got back on the ship, but the Bimini, Bahamas was the resort, island that Virgin has, and that was amazing. The weather was not hot, but it wasn't too warm either. We actually had hoodies on pictures
Oh,
of
Oh
wow.
my good.
yeah, it was in the 60s, and windy, but it was beautiful, and you know how different cruises have, like, certain like, you can buy a cabana or you can
Mhm.
uh,
Mhm.
have those where you can pay for like a whole covered cabana, and I will say it is pricey, but it might be worth it if you have like a big group, split the cost. But they also had really nice covered smaller cabana things that were totally open, free for everyone. So me and my husband found one and we just sat there all day and chilled on the beach, had a covering and everything, and it was no extra cost. And then the food was included too, and it was like real food. It was beans and rice, it was jerk chicken, um,
Yum.
Oh my
all you
gosh.
can drink, like fountain drinks were free, all included, on and off the ship, and you don't have to do anything. You do have to pay for alcoholic beverages, but everything else was included.
That's
That's
amazing.
unusual because usually on the
Hmm.
private island, you have to pay extra for the food and drinks.
Right.
Really?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm. It's not included.
okay. We've never been to one where there was a private island.
Mhm.
Okay, good to know.
Nice
Yeah, it's
perk
usually
there.
always extra. Mhm.
Hmm.
No, they had a whole what Virgin does is they don't have cruise directors. They have a group of people that collectively just are hype people. What the second thing, and that I liked about that cruise was you weren't waking up at like 6 in the morning, 7, hearing the little bloop, bloop, bloop. Welcome,
Yes.
good morning, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Nobody made any announcements the entire
Really?
6 days.
Really? Wow.
Nothing.
Nice.
And so it just really felt like you were really chilling out, just doing your thing. Nobody was over the loudspeaker doing any of that. Come, don't miss out this class. Don't miss. No,
Right.
none
I
of that.
love that.
They
That
don't
is
have a
so
cruise
grown up.
director. They, yeah, yeah. They're like, you
Mhm.
can figure it out. You have the app, and they have like
Right.
paper printed out schedules for the day too. And in the elevators, it's all like digital. So the schedule is all on the elevator walls too. So
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's
wow.
cool. I
I'll
like
send y'all
that.
That's
Yeah. Yeah, I wanna see the
that's
picture
super
of that. That's
nice.
cool.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
So tell us about the Bahamas.
Windy and cool, and we were supposed to originally do jet skis, but they
Hmm.
canceled the excursion because of the weather.
Right.
So we just really got out on the beach, and it was clean, it was nice, they had music, it was a whole resort. Like I said, you grab your food, they even thought about, like, sitting at they had tables where you could sit and eat, but they had the
Hmm.
little fans to, like, combat the flies, like, to keep the flies away and stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Little things like
Oh,
that. It was really set up very well. So in Carnival, those people that kind of almost harass you with the drinks.
Mhm.
hmm.
"You want a drink? Do you want a drink?" Not one
Oh,
person, not one person asked us for a drink or
really?
asked us about a drink. So we appreciated that.
That
So
was
it was
nice.
nice, it was beautiful. We were just people watching, that's what we do. We just people
Mhm.
watch, and we watched
Yeah,
all the
same.
people do their social media pictures in 60-degree weather, trying to act like it was 90 degrees. And I'm thinking shivering, so hopefully that didn't come across in your Instagram
Yeah,
post.
right. Quit pretending.
Yep.
So did you have any peer runners?
No, no peer run. So one of the reasons why I think that is the port time, the length of time we had. So we would dock in Cozumel at like 8 AM, and we didn't have to be back until 8 PM.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So 12 hours.
Yeah,
That's
Hmm.
nice.
we were like, "Okay, this is really nice. I don't feel like I have to rush. People can do
Yeah.
multiple things if they wanted to." And it was like that in the Bahamas. I think it was like either 7 PM or something like that, but we left late. It was night. Yeah, it was evening by the time we
That's
left.
awesome. You can
Mhm.
only, if you only have like a 3, 4, 5 hour window, you can usually only do one
Yeah,
thing, maybe,
yeah,
so longer port times would be awesome. I would really
yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah. So how was debarkation when you got back to the port getting off?
Smooth. You pick a time before, like the night before, they'll ask you, "Hey, when do you wanna leave?" You can leave earlier if you want, but they didn't announce anything either, now that I think about it. They you just go and leave. You just get your stuff and leave. And we left off of deck 4, so we just took the elevator down. It took a little bit of time to get an elevator that
Mhm.
day, but we still caught one. And when we left and got off the ship, it was literally just walking right out the door. And we just were kind of wondering, like, why is it so easy here, but in other places it's
Right.
not. It's
It's
Yeah.
so
pneumonia.
stressful.
Yeah,
Mhm.
people are on the stairs, people are
Oh,
there was
Mhm.
no waiting, like, nobody was
yeah.
waiting for anything, because they also had everything open too. The food hall was open, until I think, like, 10:30.
Wow.
So, yeah, we actually left at, like, 8 or something like that, but you could still be on the ship up to 10:30.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
mhm,
Carnival, you have to be off
That's
by 8, isn't it?
it's 8 or 9 or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's
something like that.
early.
It's early. It's
Mhm,
early. Yeah.
yep,
And it
Okay.
is not usually very well thought
like,
out either.
Organized.
yeah.
My gosh.
No, and we
It's
left
not.
again, there's a waiting area, to get like, we took an Uber to the airport, but if you time it just right, you just walk up, your Uber's there or whatever, and you just leave. It was really easy.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Wow.
So did traveling home go smoother?
This we didn't my husband and I did not sit together for 3 out of the 4 flights that we took. But it was really smooth. We had internet. I think on one of the last 2 flights, we had internet access the whole time. So it was
Wow.
coming home was a lot easier. Even in Miami, straight, it took like 15 minutes to get to the airport. Um, and then we just left. Yeah.
Wow. So
Mhm.
would you change anything about your travel planning?
Yes, I would stick to nonstop flights, but what we did, we went through Shannon, we went through you and, as our travel agent, which you always do a phenomenal job, so it gave us a peace of mind, and you know me, I'm also a researcher, so I'm like, "What about this and this and this?" And I know at one point you probably were thinking like, "You could have done this yourself. Like, why?" But I was like, "Nope, I wanna get into it." But I think
So
I
funny.
would maybe do more of the like, for travel planning, maybe pick an itinerary that had different ports. Just kinda be more intentional with that because it's only so many times you can go to the same places and do the same things. It's kinda like, why,
Yeah.
try
Why
something
did
else.
I go here again? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, nonstop flights. That would be
Good one.
mhm.
I
Yeah.
agree with that.
I always opt for nonstop flights.
Yep, wish we coulda had that option as well.
So comparison.
Mhm.
We'll go down the line here. Virgin versus Carnival for food.
Virgin.
Okay, we're gonna go straight to cabin, Kristen.
Virgin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about crowds?
Virgin.
And overall vibe on the ship?
Yeah, Virgin all the way. Virgin all
Wow.
All right. So now Virgin versus Royal Caribbean, service wise.
ooh, I gotta say, uh, Virgin. Only because of
Wow.
the diversity. I feel that certain cruise lines only have certain people are all only from, like, certain parts of the world, like, that do service,
True.
and I
Hmm.
wanted to mention this really quickly. Everybody on that ship did everything. So, you had people that were from, like, Zimbabwe that was doing like the IT technical stuff, but also they switched it up and also did food service. You had someone from Tanzania or Taiwan that was doing like they were kind of like they came out and they were like the captain's quarters or whatever, captain's group, but also they were food service. They did like they were an attendant, type of they were
Wow.
doing everything. It wasn't just one type of person. And I really appreciated that because we saw so much diversity on that ship for not just the
Yeah.
cruisers, but the staff from
Yeah.
all over the world.
We
So,
always make friends with staff members. We cruise,
yeah,
don't we, Shannon?
yeah.
Hmm.
So for that alone, I would say Virgin.
Awesome. How about the ship amenities?
Virgin.
Value for the money.
Ooh, that's a good one. Because Virgin, I could see how it'd be a little pricier, but I think we're comparing it to Royal. We've only been once on Royal, I and it was a longer cruise. I think it's a really good value. Honestly, I would still say Virgin. I don't want to sound biased, but yeah, I mean, we got a lot. Gratuities were included, so we did not have to think about that at all. Once we paid, that was the that was the cost.
You were
So
done.
Yeah, it was done.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the specialty dining and all of that, workout classes, yeah, it was definitely worth it.
And Wi-Fi
It's
too, right? Was included.
mhm.
Wi-Fi was included. You could do social media
Wow.
and internet, just basic internet browsing. You can message, you can text message, you can do all of that. Mhm.
So the
That is
signal was pretty good throughout the whole. Okay.
You know how on Carnival or even on Royal, you have to pay to, like, message the people on the ship?
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what
Yeah.
we did.
yes.
You don't have to do that because we had just our regular we use WhatsApp. So, I mean, it was fine. Yep.
That's that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's another
it,
bonus.
you almost have to add up all the perks that you get with Virgin that you end up paying for on the other cruise lines.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
the extra, all that adds up.
it does, and, I mean, I'm not wearing my Virgin Voyages sweatshirt, but I got one because I was that excited. I'm like, why am I buying a Virgin Voyages sweatshirt? I do not work here." Like, so excited. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get one of those sweatshirts." And I wear it a lot because it's nice, it's cute. Um, I found like it was that good of a trip to where I'm like, "Okay, we gotta do this again and then explore it in a different way," because from what I understand, all of the ships are the same. They just switch, like, entertainment itineraries. So you actually don't know what kind of entertainment you're getting until you get closer to the time you,
Oh,
sail. Yeah, you can look in that app 3 weeks ahead of time, and there's, like, only one thing, and I kinda freaked out. I was like, "This is gonna be boring." But literally every day they added to the itinerary. So it just kept growing and growing and growing. And so, we liked that even though we didn't do anything, but we did like that we had options.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was your
Yeah.
favorite thing about Virgin Voyages?
No kids? No. Um, but I think the vibe of it all was very mature. We felt like we were being taken care of. The service experience was really upscale. The room was nice. It was just an overall mature trip that really left us we didn't feel exhausted getting off the trip.
Right.
We actually said we would I asked my husband, I was like, "Could you do, like, 6 more days of this?" He's like, "Yeah, I could." And that's
Oh,
huge
wow. That's
'cause
big.
our
Yeah.
cap is
Mm-hmm.
like the 5 to 6 days, and we're done.
Right.
But we actually didn't wanna get off the ship. We were like, "Oh, man, we're getting fed really good here."
Right.
I gotta go back to my Chipotle bowls. I don't know what we're gonna do when we get home.
That's
and we're
great.
not and we're not dissing Chipotle because we love
No,
Chipotle. So if you want to
Yes, we
sponsor
do.
us, Chipotle, reach out.
Yeah.
Chipotle is great. We literally had Chipotle when we got back
Yeah.
home.
We'll
Yeah,
tag you
no.
guys. Mm.
Mhm.
So what was the biggest surprise?
Our rooms being ready when we got on the ship, we were we thought they would be ready, like, in a few minutes, like, maybe 30 minutes. They were like, "Go ahead, your room's ready." Like, "This is great." Yeah, we were definitely pleasantly
Oh,
surprised about that.
I would have been too.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That would
Yep.
have been nice.
Yeah.
So, would you sail Virgin again?
Yeah, I would. We, actually put a deposit down already before we
Good
got off the ship.
girl.
Good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, we
Hey.
did. Yeah, we committed. We were like, "We're gonna do this again." They give you 2 years to book.
Mhm.
So we're like, yeah, let's just put the deposit down and see where we want to go. And so this next time we're hoping that we could do a little something a little bit further, maybe fly in somewhere else other than Miami and
Yeah.
Nice.
go a little bit further.
Well, Virgin is
Awesome.
now selling Alaska, so I've been looking at those for me and Ann. Maybe do Virgin in Alaska, so
Okay, that's nice.
So
yeah.
you can
Yeah,
tell us you're
I
up
didn't.
for it. Let us know.
Yeah, we'll let you know on that one. Alaska. They used to live in
Why
Washington.
not?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
There's too many birds there for Kristen.
Right.
I'm getting better.
That's
Mhm,
good to know, good to know. But
mhm.
Alaska is beautiful, Kristen. I'm just gonna say it really is.
I
And to and to see whales in the wild,
I can't
girl.
imagine.
that would freak me out, but yeah, I'm sure it's beautiful.
No, it's majestic. It would not freak you out. It's majestic, I'm
Mhm.
telling you.
Hey, all
A
right.
fish as big as your ship.
Yeah, you're really not selling it there. No, it sounds great. No, and I
It
we're
it would
we're
be cool to see.
yeah,
You have to admit.
Mhm.
no,
Exactly. So, rapid fire questions. Luxury or hype?
luxury.
Relaxing or overstimulating?
You said over city life? Wait,
Overstimulating.
relaxing.
Oh, awesome.
Worth the price?
It's worth the price, yes.
So who is Virgin Voyages perfect for? What type of person?
If you wanna just get away and have everything laid out, have a modern feel to your vacation, but also, you wanna kinda sail out on the sea, I feel like it's good for anybody, all ages, over 18, of course.
Mm,
Um, I think it's a good fit. I think, what I have read up on is just research the itinerary, depending on how long the itinerary is, the vibe of people may change. If you're going on like a Thursday through Sunday, like a 4-day cruise, you might have people that are getting off work and, just using one work day and doing a quick trip and they might want to be a little bit more amped up and ready to party. But if you have an itinerary that's like 6 days or more, you're going to have people that are a little bit more laid back. They are definitely there on purpose. So we saw quite a few folks that were working. They were there, on their laptops. They had a social club set up to where you can watch sports and you can get, like, pretzels and hot dogs and all that
Oh,
stuff.
that's
wow,
cool.
that's
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
yeah, and all included. So you had,
Cool.
people that are gamers, as in not just video games, because they do have an arcade there, all included, but they had, like, a game area for like board games. So, they had Operation and Candyland and all this stuff, So
That's cool.
I think
I
it
like
really, yeah,
like they
yeah,
had the older
Like,
games, like
yeah, the
kids
retro
games.
stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we tried to play Operation, but some of the body parts were missing. So we just went and got ice cream. But yeah,
That's
no,
great.
it touches on everybody. I think every personality type would be a really good fit. And there was very much so diversity. I didn't know what to expect as far as that, not just like ethnicities, but just lifestyles in general. It was
Mhm.
really diverse. So we appreciated everybody feeling inclusive and feeling like they were welcomed. And yeah, that's why we can't wait to sail again.
I love that.
So one thing I was worried about with you or hesitant about with y'all going on Virgin Voyages was because that I've heard so much about, like everything has like a sexual innuendo connotation to it, like even what the ice
Yes.
cream shop is called, you know.
Oh,
So did that I was worried that that would bother y'all or offend y'all or anything. Was that really a thing or not really?
I'm trying to the ice cream shop was called, like, L Lick Me Once or Twice, I don't know. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we're adults. Like, like
I
we,
know, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
you're
I know.
adults, but also,
Be
y'all
respectful
are
of.
very conservative and you're Christians. And, so was that offensive to y'all in any way or bother you?
No, actually, we didn't even there wasn't even any, like, innuendos
Thought.
in that yeah, we didn't even
Okay.
notice that.
Yeah.
Um,
Good.
yeah, it was actually my husband, he cracked up as soon as he saw the ice cream shop. He's like, "That's clever." And I'm like, "What?" And I'm still trying to read it and understand. I was like, "Oh." So, yeah, no, it was fine. We didn't have any issues. Everybody's there with either their person or their friends, or there were family reunions that were there, so everybody was really respectful of everybody's space too and who we are, so, it was nice.
And it sounded
That's really
like you
good.
guys weren't packed in like sardines. Like some of the cruises we've been on, some of them are just so crowded. Just
Yeah,
think,
no,
wow, when am I
no,
going to catch off of this one?
we constantly were flowing, like, up to our room, down to our room, up to the food hall. There was no issue at all.
So you didn't have any moments where you were like, whoa, I'm too old for this.
Hmm. I mean, the entertainment that started at, like, 8 p.m.
Girl, come on now. You're younger than us. So you could.
Exactly.
I mean, no, it was nothing that well, I'll say that. No, it was nothing that made me feel like, "Oh, this is like a party boat," or "This is, like, just for young kids." No, because the age range was really vast, but everybody was adult. They were very mature about it. Yeah. I think we
Some,
saw one person get drunk, and that poor
wow.
guy he just didn't know his limit. So,
You probably felt it the next day too.
mhm,
Exactly. Yeah.
So it sounds like
So,
this was a really friendly cruise,
mhm.
judge free.
Yep.
Would you guys do it again together? You are. You've already booked one.
yeah.
Yeah, we
So
would.
guys, I think
We
this was a win.
Yeah, it was a win. We even tried to get what they call a rock star suite. We tried to,
Mm-hmm.
bid on a rock star room. I
Yeah.
don't know how it works everywhere else, but what Virgin does is you start at a minimum. So they'll say, "This is how much we think that you would be able to get it for. We're gonna put it at the minimum of this." You can't bid anything lower than what they said.
Mm-hmm.
So, I did not realize that until I started to bid, and I was like, "Why is it not taking my number?" It's like, "It's too low. You need to bid higher." But we wanna splurge one time and actually get a Rockstar suite, because that I would encourage anybody to still look up at a video of those suites.
Mm-hmm.
They're next level. They
They
really
are.
cool. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would be so
they are.
cool for an anniversary,
Mhm.
something
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
that. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, well, Kristen, you made the flight, you made the ship, and you made it home, which
Woo!
honestly feels like a win in my book, girl.
Yes, very much so.
Exactly. From near miss travel chaos to hammock naps and cruise comparisons, this one earned its spot in the memory book.
Definitely. So whether you're team Virgin, team Carnival, team Royal Caribbean, or still cruise curious, we hope this helped you decide what type of adventure fits your style.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're planning a cruise, learn from Kristen. Fly in early, breathe through any chaos that happens, and remember sometimes the drama makes the story better later.
So true.
Definitely. Kristen, thank you for being our on the ground reporter for this. This is great.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I feel so honored to be here with you guys, and, just, keep doing what y'all are doing. I just love this show. So,
Thank
oh,
you.
so
Well,
good.
we're glad you
You are
love
so
it.
loved back.
Exactly. And we hope that we'll have you on again for another episode. And to
Yeah,
our listeners, if you've sailed Virgin Voyages, we want to hear from you. Drop us a line. Let us know your thoughts or comments about Virgin, because we haven't sailed yet, but we are considering. So you can help us make the decision. And until next time, keep traveling your story and keep making memories for life. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.